Hello and welcome to Core Finance. I'm Matt Brown. This is the CEO slot, and I'm joined today by Zaza Mamulaishvili, who is the CEO of Frontera Resources PLC, listed on the AIM market in the UK. Good morning to you, Zaza.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me here.
Absolute pleasure. So, for new investors and our viewers, can you just explain what Frontera Resources is as a company and where you operate?
Sure, thank you. Frontera Resources is Houston, Texas-based international oil and gas company, and we are European-focused oil and gas exploration and production story, mainly in countries of Georgia and Moldova, with other anchor investments in Georgia at the moment.
Understood. And at the moment, you're operating in Georgia. I believe you have the Dino 2 well. Can you just give us a brief update on how that well is performing and what your expectations are going forward for Georgia?
Sure. Dino 2 well, which is situated in Taribani field of Georgia, is performing very well. During the last 10 years, we've established long-term sustainable production of very good quality crude oil from Dino 2 well. This well is producing from only 13 meters, which has been perforated and stimulated, and has very stable and good production for years. And this area, particularly Taribani field, is the part of the big, the oil-bearing area, which is called Block 12, which is the name of our license area. And according to last CPRs, which were published during last several years and even updated not very long ago, it believed to contain 10.2 billion barrels of oil as a Block 12. So Dino 2 is a good demonstration that we can commercially produce those fields, can produce those horizons, and in the future we will be even increasing the production per single well.
And how are you planning on increasing that production and potentially financing that?
We are preparing now the program. Actually, the program is prepared. We are getting ready to commence the drilling operation at Dino 2 well, and that will be the side tracking this well and adding more 13, 14, 15, and many meters of perforations to this zone. So instead of perforating only 13 meters right now and producing from 13 meter zone, we're going to end up with producing from 50 meters plus from Dino well. So now, currently, we are in process of preparing ourselves for side tracking this well, deepening it, and adding more and more horizons in order to increase production per well.
Understood. And you mentioned CPR data that's been published. Is this available on your website?
Yes, we made it available on the website. A big part of it has been there a long time ago, and we are in process of making it very easy for anyone who is interested to access those papers and numbers and the technical detail just by clicking it very simply.
Understood. You mentioned gas as well, so just talk about your gas program. You've already mentioned the oil, but how's the gas going?
Well, gas is very strategic direction in our play, and as I mentioned, Block 12, which is the license area of Frontera's asset in Georgia, we have, according to CPR numbers, the estimate for gas is 12.9 trillion cubic feet of gas in place, of which 9 trillion cubic feet is considered to be recoverable. And right now, as we speak, we are going down in the well. We are at 3,320 meters, and we are securing an access to 3 gas-bearing horizons, which has been discovered with previous operator years ago in the field, but it has never been properly tested and produced. And this gas play is unfolding right now because on one hand we have this tremendous resources, which is massive, and on the other hand we are about to start testing those zones in the course of the next 3-4 weeks or so, and we'll be proving this tremendous resource up.
Understood. And obviously that's a major milestone. Are there any other milestones that investors should be looking out for over the next, say, 3 to 6 months and announcements coming from the company?
Absolutely. We've got fantastic news flow in the pipeline, and particularly we will be seeing first results from our gas testing exercise in the gas-bearing zones coming in October. We are preparing ourselves for new drilling in the Taribani field, like Dino 2, which we will commence in late November, and production will come before the end of year. Then that'll be followed with another well, which is Taribani 45, T45 well, which we will commence sometime in late January. So I think in the course of late January commencement with production, those are really short duration. The production will come up in February, early March. So we have, in the course of next 6 months, pretty good news flow for shareholders to watch and enjoy how we'll be unfolding this great potential there.
Fantastic. And from a shareholder point of view, financing these operations, do you see will you be going to shareholders for more financing, or will you use credit lines, or how do you foresee coming to the market for these?
Yes, we do. Actually, we do have several different options to finance this next operation, next chapter of our activities. But I definitely like to come back to shareholders and offer them, if they are willing to participate, I think they do have the right to enhance their presence in the business, which they already are in for quite some time.
Understood. Well, I think that sums it all up. So thank you very much for joining us today. You're floated on the AIM market. Your ticker or code is?
FRR.
FRR. So check that out. And thank you very much for joining us on Core Finance today.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.